Hey, 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 what is up? Number 74. It's pretty cool. We're getting up there. Okay, look at that. I even got video. It's a little choppy, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, today I'm going to give it a green. I don't know if I'm totally convinced, but let me give it a green. 6.5. Headache. 4.5. A little bit better. My sleep was pretty good. 8.5. Diet was pretty good. Oh man, I didn't count my calories. I never think about that until right now, which is good. That's what this is for. Even if it makes for a lame video and I have to like wade through all the times when I'm counting my calories, that's okay. All right. Eggs. Had 4 eggs. Yeah, I had bacon. And 1.5 servings is 3 slices. Okay. Okay, a shake. I'm going to say 2 of those because they're 250 each, but mine is 500. I had Chipotle bowl, no cheese, and extra chicken. Oh, and guacamole. Oh, I didn't add that last time. I always got to add the guac. Um, what are those meals called? Um, that's like 180 times 3. 360 plus 180 is 720? No. 360 plus 180 is 540, not 720. 540. This one says Kung Pao chicken. 330. I could do 2 of those, and that'll include some of the other stuff I had. Because I had the veggies with it, and I had avocado oil. So 660 will cover that. Alright. All my snacks. Coconut cluster. Yeah. It says 440 calories. That's probably not far off. Peanut butter alternative, I'll say. Yep. I had oat milk, but it's the low cal stuff. I had a Stinger. Didn't I? Yeah. I had a lot of almond milk. I had the almond milk. Why does it not have it? Oh, it doesn't say almond. It just says milk. Okay. I'll take it. What did I have before the gym? Oh, Bob's Oat Bar. Perfect. 39.21? What? That's pretty good. That's a good day. Yeah, and then there's my oat milk and stuff. So I'm gonna say 4,000. That's a new PR up in this bitch. All right, so diet was it 9? Yeah, I'd say it's a 9. I had Chipotle. I had a little chocolate at night. Maybe I should say 8.5. No, it's a 9 because I eat a lot. My grams of sugar are probably about 60. Dairy, no dairy. Did have chocolate at night, and that's why I didn't hit my goal again, because I had a dessert. Had rice with my Chipotle. I did have a cold shower. Exercise, not really. 2. Mindfulness. Yeah, I did like 3 minutes in the morning. Yeah, still high. I'm gonna say 8.5 and 9. A tiny flasher while I was playing tennis today. Tiny. I did have neurofeedback. Okay. Was worried about my knee quite a bit today. And worked the area around it pretty fiercely, and it seemed to help overall. Yeah, my knee's jacked. Well, it's not jacked, but it's, yeah. He said it's like a rubber band that's stretched too much. And then when it goes back to its original shape, it's like wonky. And it doesn't have that elasticity. So I gotta like work the area around it and kind of build it back. But he seems confident he can help me, and that's great. Okay. Didn't hit the goal again, but that's alright. We're closer. We're getting there. Putting in work. Diet 9, yeah. Putting in work. Caring. I just saw a video somebody posted. And it was like a basketball coach. And the coach was like, it's okay if we don't do this or that. Like we miss a layup. It's okay. It's okay if we lose. It's okay. Blah, blah, blah. But it is not funny. None of this stuff is funny when we don't accomplish what we're trying to do. It's not funny, but it is okay. And she was basically saying she had like a girls' basketball team. And she's just saying, guys, you gotta care. I can't force you to have competitive spirit and that competitive edge, that drive to be the best that you can. Because that's really about caring. Do you care about this? Do you want this? Because that's what's going to make you great. And right now it doesn't seem like it's very cool to care. But, maybe like when you're in high school and stuff, it doesn't seem cool. But caring is cool because it's going to get you to places that you just can't go if you don't care. Like greatness. And that's a pretty strong message. And that's kind of what I battle with so many of my friends and different people I talk to. I can't make people care. And if I see that they just don't really care about getting healthier, about getting, like they might ask, a lot of people ask me about my diet. And, because overall I'm pretty healthy and I come across that way and I have some knowledge. So people ask me, but then it's like, it really just comes down to you have to care and you have to put in the work. And I can tell you what all that work is, but for so long, I would tell people all of this. Like, I would tell people, all right, here's like an overview. This is what you have to do. When are you going to start? And then there's no response. So, either they don't believe me, I don't have the credibility, right? And that's very possible. Or they just don't care. Or they're thinking it over and then they go to like a professional, and that comes down to I don't have the credibility because I'm not a professional. But I'm cheap. Generally, I'm free. Like, I can tell you straight up. Anybody who's watching this, they could just call me, probably, as long as, God willing, I'm still here tomorrow when, in the future or whenever people watch, if ever. But they could call me and I would probably just give them a whole bunch of free information if they wanted. Like, this is how you have to do it. But really, I mean, I should just start the way my functional doctor started. You have to do it. That's the difference. And it's not easy. It's not easy to develop discipline. Once you're disciplined, it becomes a lot easier. It's like a snowball. You have that momentum and it builds up and it builds up. Well, pretty soon you're just rolling. And it's easy to fall off the wagon too, and then you have to rebuild it, but it gets easier over time once you've done it before. I've used that analogy before, like a sports team. A team that's been to the finals and lost, they're going to have an advantage in the future because they've been there before. They know what it's like to lose. They know what it's going to take. And then once they win, they know what it's like to win too. So they know what it's like to overcome it. So now, like the Kansas City Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl, they know what it's like to lose the Super Bowl. They know what it's like to win the Super Bowl. They know the differences. That's how they keep rolling. That's how they keep figuring out how to win in these games because they've done it. And so discipline's kind of the same way, I think. It's going to be really hard for a team who hasn't been in the playoffs, and like the Denver Broncos won the Super Bowl, it seems like a million years ago now, but it was like 9 years ago, 8 years ago. But nobody on the team now was there then. So it's going to be really hard, and they haven't even been to the playoffs, I don't think, since then, right? So maybe the first year after, but yeah, maybe not. Now I'm tripping. So yeah, it's going to be really hard for them to get over that hump. Even if they were to make it to the Super Bowl or something, it would all be brand new to them. The stars and the lights, the spotlight, just might be way too much for them. Who knows? But yeah, if they were to go deep in the playoffs a few times, they would start to learn more and more and more. So discipline's the same. And it all just starts with caring. You have to care. You have to want it. You have to want it bad enough for the desire to carry you through the hard times. You have to have something to grab onto when every fiber of your body says, oh, just quit. Who cares? Just eat it. Who cares? Just blah, 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 blah. I don't need to go to the gym. I can just watch this movie. That sounds fun. So many things are just going to come up, and you just have to find a way through it. Motivation's not going to be there. Discipline just means you say yes or you say no because you know what's right and what's wrong based on what your goals are. And that becomes more clear as you get experience. So when I give advice, that's the first thing. That's the first thing that it's been a while since anybody's asked me for advice, but that's going to be the first thing. You have to want it. If you want it, I can tell you, I can walk you through it. I've been a lot of dark places in my life. I can help people through dark times, but you have to want it. It's like alcoholism. I'm an alcoholic. And I battled it basically because I had migraines, right? Without migraines, who knows where I'd be right now. I probably would have kept on drinking, and I think I was going to start a brewery or something. I don't know, that was an idea I had, but then all of a sudden I couldn't drink anymore. It's like I got allergic to it. Like a blessing in disguise. So it became pretty easy for me there, but I still wanted to drink. And I understand that there are forces that are stronger. If you're trying to get over an addiction, there are forces that are stronger. Whether it's good or bad. I had a bad one where the bad outweighed any of the good I ever got from alcohol. But there are good forces too. I started playing tennis recently. I've been talking about that. And man, it's like my happy place. And it's always been like that. I just didn't realize that. I thought when I was a kid and I just goof around, I loved it. I loved playing tennis. And I didn't have friends that really wanted to go very much, so I just never went. But I never thought like that could be like such a happy place for me. Like I didn't realize, looking back on it, I'm like, yeah, I loved it. I should have started playing tennis when I was a kid. But it took me until I was 40 years old to just say, screw it, I'm going to start playing, and then be like, oh my gosh, where has this been my whole life? And it's such like a driving factor for me that I could overcome things with this. It's really changed the way I felt. I mean, I started playing tennis, remember, right around this time somewhere. I've been green ever since. I don't know how much that has to do with it. That's what we're doing this for. But man, huge improvement on my life. Would that be enough for me to stop drinking if I didn't have migraines? I don't know. Hard to say, but I think so, because it's one of those things where it's like the piece just fit. You know? It's like I had the triangle block and I dropped it from like 5 feet and it just fell straight through the triangle slot, just like swish. It was like perfect. And it's really frustrating that I didn't play, earlier, because now I have a knee problem. already. So that's frustrating, but who cares? Like, I'm having fun. And there is a lot of great things in this world and scary things in this world that'll motivate you if you don't have motivation. But you gotta find what hits you, what touches you. And the bad stuff will touch you if you don't, whether you like it or not sometimes. There's a lot of people with some real scary diseases out there that'll tell you that it changed their life and made them appreciate life in a whole new way. So it's best if we can find the good things and use that. But what helped me quit smoking was another one. Was the good that, I grew up, I had a great life growing up, but the best part of it really was my freedom to run around outside and play, and that I had friends in the neighborhood and stuff like that. I had good environments to play in. So going outside and playing was I took it so much for granted when I was a kid, but looking back on that time has gotten me through so much. That's what helped me quit smoking, because I thought about how happy I was, and I didn't even realize how happy I was. But I thought about, man, when I was a kid, it just felt so good, and I could just go out and play. And I was playing hockey, I was playing soccer, we would play pickup games everywhere and all the time, night games, goofing around, like, trying to play truth or dare with girls and stuff. We had all this fun, but never did I need to smoke. And then I started smoking, and that was like this new phase of life where I was like trying to be an adult and stuff. It wasn't as fun. That childhood was a lot more fun. I didn't need substances to get through it. What I did need was activities, things to do. That's what made it fun. Street hockey was like my favorite back then. Man, we had some great street hockey games. I missed that. That's why I got my ice skates too, and I go out and ice skate, because I might eventually be able to join like a beer league or something. Not that I would drink the beer, but just a little rec league or whatever in hockey. That'd be fun too. So, okay. You gotta care. You gotta want it. You gotta find something that fries your chicken, that floats your boat, that whatever. Just gets you moving. Find something that naturally motivates you, that gives you a desire to go out and do things, regardless of how motivated you are. I can feel like absolute garbage and be like, all right, I'll go play tennis. I love tennis. I don't think I'll ever have a bad day playing tennis. I could get injured playing. I really don't want to put that in the universe. But as long as I'm doing something that I love doing, and I've never loved doing anything as much as I love playing tennis, really. I mean, as far as like, something I'm like being active in, like an activity. But anyways, all right, I could go on all day. Love, peace, bacon grease. Feel good. See you tomorrow.